Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Oh my gosh, I just want to stop and say thank you so much. 300 subscribers. I know that's not a lot to some people, but to me it's a number I could never have imagined hitting, so thank you so much. If you follow me over on Instagram, you will know that this week I am reading for Beyoncé and Rihanna. I did hold a poll over there and it was 50-50 for both, so I decided to read for both. If you like this video, please do hit a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to see more videos like this every single week, and comment down below what you think of the video, and why don't you put down there your favourite Beyoncé song as well. Now I think this is the most candles I've ever had for someone. Like I said last week, when I'm setting up my kind of table, I always kind of ask what the person would want and what they need, and I needed a lot of, I actually needed both. I needed a lot of crystals and a lot of candles, specifically for crystals and specifically white candles, but I got this one as well because I felt drawn to this. So yeah, so that's what I got drawn to for Beyoncé. Now we are instantly going to go to the angel cards for Beyoncé. The first thing I kind of got for her is that she's doing a lot of father healing at the moment, so there's a lot of healing with her dad going on. And that's something that's needed to happen for her for a long time, because as we know, Matthew decided to be a little bit scandalous and do what he did, and that was that, and that did really kind of break Beyonce's heart quite a bit. Beyonce has been betrayed a lot by men, and in the past kind of few years, obviously her dad and her husband, and it caused a lot of trust and a lot of heartbreak within her. So she has gone through it, but she is officially on the other side. I feel like when I tapped into her energy and I asked how she is, I got the fact that she feels completely and utterly content. I'm only going to pull, I'm being drawn to only pull 3 angel cards for her, because her life is very simple right now. She's very focused on being a mum. I asked if we're going to get any kind of more music from Beyoncé. They said there might be one more album and there might be one more world tour. For me, it's going to be so hard to bite my tongue in this reading, because I don't know, there's something about Jay-Z's energy that I don't like. There's something about Jay-Z's energy that I find very undercutting and undermining and not very genuine. Yeah. Oh, that's no surprise to me. So Beyoncé is extremely spiritual and she's highly connected. I've been told that she's highly connected. Her manifestation skills, this is reverse, so Isis magic manifesting. When Beyoncé wants something and she puts her mind to it, she attracts it without a state of doubt. Her awareness and when Beyoncé meets people, she can instantly, she's empathic, so she can instantly feel their energy. So she's got increased awareness and she's highly connected to Mother Earth. Now, a lot of you are thinking, but isn't she a part of the Illuminati? Well, well, let's find out, shall we? Beyoncé and the Illuminati and Jay-Z and the Illuminati is something that has fascinated me for a long time. And actually, there's that interview, and I can't remember who it's with for the life of me. Jay-Z did an interview not that long ago, and the guy openly asked him at the end, he said, I'm sorry, I have to ask you this because everybody wants to know, are you part of the Illuminati? And he just laughed, and I just thought, yep, okay then. Beyoncé is definitely part of a higher rank, higher than you and I, unless you're a part of the Illuminati or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Beyoncé has been to, what's that place? Because I feel like Jay-Z actually attends this place a lot. What is that place called? Bohemian, let me look it up. Bohemian Grove. I think they have been there. I think they've been there more than once. I think there is a lot of there's a lot of messages within their music, and I know that a lot of the Beehive are going to come for me with this, but I'm sorry, I have to say what I see. I would highly say she is part of a higher organisation. There's a lot of subliminal messages in her music. There's a lot of hidden meaning. It's really funny because most recently I've been, oh my god, this is really bad. Okay, so most recently I've been pulling a lot of cards for people. Like when I've read for people, I pulled a lot of cards. For Beyonce, it's very simple because things are very, her life's not very jumbled. Her life is very organised. I feel like she's quite an organised person and she has quite a lot of control over what's going on in her life. But there's someone in Beyonce's life, I hate to say that I feel like it is Jay-Z, but there's someone in her life who is not being very honest with her, who's lying to her, who is playing her for an absolute fool. I feel like Jay-Z will always be a player, no matter what he says, no matter the fact that he came out and said, oh, I realise what I've got. I'm sorry, you're married to Beyonce. How did you not realise what you had in the first place? I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. And the Seven of Swords reverse is about dishonesty on an emotional level, feeling intimidated, feeling ruined, feeling low, feeling lost. There is a front that is being put on with Beyonce to make it look like everything's okay. And I just want to pull something as well because her sister right now is pissed. Solange is pissed, and I don't feel like, I know we're going to have to discuss the elevator incident, but I don't feel like Solange and Jay-Z have a very good relationship. And I feel like Solange was like to her, I told you so. I told you this, yep, I told you this would happen. You need to step back and look at the situation. Solange told her he's not going to change. But Beyonce is Queen of Cups. Like, when she's committed, she's committed. This was a relationship she's committed to from a young age. When she said I do, she means it. She puts her whole heart into everything and she will not walk away from it. The Page of Wands is someone who cannot be trusted. It's about approaching something with caution, being aware. There are many people in Beyonce's camp that I do feel cannot be trusted. There are many people in her camp that I feel like she needs to get rid of. But there is a friend around Beyonce who is literally holding her hand through this whole thing, because she can see it, but it's almost like she doesn't want to address it. It's like, I can't go through this again. I can't go through this pain again. Her strength is down. Her strength is being tested continuously all the time. It's just being tested all the time. Beyonce suffers with depression, and actually Beyonce suffers with, there is a mental health issue there of, I don't want to say it's bipolar because I don't feel like it is bipolar, but she can go into deep, Beyonce is very deep and very emotional, and she can go into very, very deep and dark stages of depression. And once she hits a sad time, it's very difficult for her to snap back out of it, and you would never ever ever know that. Like, I'm just seeing her very, very low, very, very sad. It's taking me to the point where like, can you remember when that video and that picture was released of her at that basketball game, and she was just literally slurring and just didn't look normal? Like, I feel like she spends a lot of time like that at home. Like, I feel like there's just, sometimes she feels just numb. And yeah, I asked, will Beyonce go back in the studio? Will she do work again? Will she make more music? She is just creatively blocked at the moment, because although she's content and she's happy on the surface, as I started digging down and laying more layers of the cards, all is not as it seems. The King of Cups, that does definitely represent Jay-Z. He, again, very creative, very passionate, very intelligent, very noble. All of these things very hard for me to say, but he is that character. I just see him, I'm sorry, Beyonce, like, if they are out, like, at a party, I'm literally seeing her having to fight off women. Like, not physically, like, fight, but literally, it's not like, if they were at a party, it's not like she would feel comfortable to go to the toilet. Like, I don't feel her feeling comfortable to be like, babe, I'm just gonna go to the toilet. Like, if she goes to the toilet, let's put it this way, she's walking backwards. She's got eyes in the back of her head, because there are girls and there are women who constantly want to get to Jay-Z, who constantly want his attention. And he's one of these people who will entertain the conversation. So even though he knows what he's done in the past, he will still entertain the conversation. 6 of Wands reversed is disappointment. It talks about delays, frustrations, blockages. Again, 3 of Pentacles, a creative block. She's having trouble. She's feeling lost. Like, I don't know if it's this year or coming up. Beyonce's approaching 40. And I feel like there's a identity kind of crisis that she's going through, where she doesn't really know who she is and what she stands for anymore. For me, I've been saying for a long time, I feel like Beyonce overproduced music. Not her say so, because Beyonce is powerful and she is a powerhouse, but she is also a people pleaser. So she will say yes to people when she means no. She also over promises and overcompensates. So if she's tired and she doesn't want to do another album, she will do it if there's people relying on her. She doesn't like to let people down. And there's a lot of pressure on her at the moment, I think, to make more music and to put out more music. And she's really, really feeling that. Now, I keep getting Becky with the good hair. Oh, Ace of Cups reversed. Now, if the Ace of Cups is upright, it talks about love and fulfillment and being in the best possible place you could be. And I just feel like that whole situation with Becky with the good hair, again, the Temperance upside down. Past experiences are ruining present experiences. I feel like that whole situation with Becky with the good hair just really... Okay, I know she made Lemonade, and I know it may have looked like she got over it and they moved forward, but she hasn't. There's still part of her that really holds resentment. Like, if I could encapture how she feels, I would say go and play Resentment by Beyonce. You know, I wish I could believe you, then I'd be all right, but whatever, however it goes. The Temperance Reverse also talks about... Yeah, it talks about feeling overwhelmed, feeling bonded to others' demands and under increasing pressure. She's under a lot of pressure. She's getting older and they know her time in, you know, even though her fans will always love her no matter what she does, but her time of being relevant is slowly decreasing. You know, she's getting older, and the 8 of Cups talks about a good relationship being neglected or abandoned. This whole thing is about this this Jay-Z stuff. Like, she's not over it. Like, she's not over it. No matter, I don't care what she says, what she posts, what she puts down on paper, in a song. I do not care. She's not over this situation. Now, they're talking to me about Beyonce being a mother. Beyonce is a very hands-on mum. I don't know if they have a nanny or her mum nannies when the kids need to be looked after, but she's a very hands-on mum and her kids come first, regardless of anything and regardless of everything. And Becky with the good hair, like, they just keep saying Becky with the good hair. Like, why do you want me to know about Becky with the good hair, and what do you want me to know about Becky with the good hair? Okay, well, first of all, Becky with the good hair was a musician. They're not exactly telling me who. I feel like Becky with the good hair could have been a number of people. Oh God. I don't see them divorcing, okay? I don't see them separating, but there is part of her heart that really is just... It's really sad. There's part of her that is just can't get over this. And even though she is highly devout, and say that in inverted commas because there is some kind of Satanism there. There is some kind of dark worship there, but I feel like that's more him than her. I feel like that's his roots, that's where he's drawn her to. I don't feel like that's a natural thing for her. Oh god, okay. Okay, the High Priestess reversed is hidden information that may cause shock or disappointment, and it's about to come to light. A secret is revealed that may incriminate someone you thought was above reproach. A trusted mentor is now not all he or she seems. Take care whom you consult and confide in just for now, from psychics to older female relatives. And unfortunately, the Five of Swords, it talks about defeat. I really hate saying this, and I feel awful because when I read for this, I wanted it to be like, oh, they're happy, but no, I feel like Jay-Z is playing around still. I feel like the temptation is there and always has been there. The trust was restored partially, but it was never restored to the strength that Beyonce would have hoped it would have been restored to. And Solange is pissed. Like, if Solange got around Jay-Z now, let me tell you, it would be Elevate around 2. And I think the problem was, like, Solange is very highly connected and knowledgeable, and she doesn't deal with this dark shit either. Like, Solange doesn't like Jay-Z and doesn't like what he stands for, and his arrogance and his ignorance and this dark side that he doesn't bring out the best in Beyonce. I'm sorry, he doesn't bring out the best in her. You know, like, lift her up. I don't feel like he lifts her up. I just feel like I don't know, I just don't feel like he encourages her, or he reassures her, or he feel great. I just feel like he makes her feel uneasy, and like she can't trust him, and like he can't be trusted. And Solange can see this. Solange is like, well, what are you doing? Like, you're beautiful, you're my sister, I love you. I can just see Solange in her ear. Cards that reverse: Ace of Cups reverse, Five of Swords upright, but defeat. The Temperance, past experiences that you can't let go of. You know, it's strength is down. Like, it's not good. The Hanged Man, she's got to step back and look at this situation. At the basis of this reading is the Hanged Man, which talks about stepping back and looking at this situation differently and like thinking again, because the decision you've made is possibly not the right decision. And you know, it's her decision to make if she wants to forgive him, but I don't feel like he deserves the forgiveness, if I'm honest. Again, the Fool reversed, an error in judgment, bad judgment. We've had 2 cards here that have represented bad judgment, someone that can't be trusted. The Page of Wands, you know, it's just all dishonesty, distrust, bad judgment, errors. It's not good. And at the foundation, she's really had to come back to her spiritual self and go back to herself and reroute and refine herself. And I wouldn't be surprised if the next album we see from Beyonce is a very stripped back. I can see her on the cover. I can see an album cover. I can see like a blue album cover with her like maybe in like a meditation pose or something, with no makeup, just barefaced, and it's really stripped back and raw, very acoustic, very chill, very guitar, rhythm, mellow, because she's really having to go back to her roots. And at the moment she's trying to just focus on being a mum and put all of her energy into that, but there is this side, and she's trying to make it work. She really is trying to make it work with Jay-Z, but I just feel like he's trying, but then he also can't commit. Like, and it's ridiculous to say because they've been in a relationship for a long time, but maybe not that he can't commit, but maybe that he can't give her what she needs, being given an acting role. So I do think there is an acting movie there for her, and I do think it will be quite a big and very good film actually. And I don't know whether it's, I know she played Etta James, I don't know whether it's a similar kind of role where she's playing someone else, or it's like an old time kind of movie, but it's going to be good for her because she hasn't started it yet, but it's going to be good for her because it's going to give her something to put her focus on, because she's not making music at the moment. I also see her designing, so I know that she has a designing clothing company, I think. Business going on for her, but I don't see the music. And I see his dad. Now, they've just shown me Beyonce's dad. Beyonce's dad is going to do a sit-down interview. In the next year and a half, we are going to see Beyonce's dad do a sit-down interview. I do think it might be with Oprah. And he is going to spill a lot of tea because he can't keep his big mouth shut. Yeah. So he's going to talk about, Matthew, what is wrong with you? So actually, Beyonce is on a good path with her dad and about to make things up, and he's just going to ruin it. Okay, so he's going to talk about the relationship. He's going to tell all about the relationship with Jay-Z and Beyonce because he can't keep his big mouth closed. He's going to, the Lovers Reverse. So again, the cheating, the bad treatment, the not all as it seems, the disrespect, dishonour. Matthew is going to talk about all of that. I do feel like it will be like a big interview. It's not like he's going to go on The Real or something like that. This is like a special, like an hour special with Oprah or something like that, or might be Super Soul Sunday with Oprah or something like that. But he is going to tell all. And he's definitely going to do it because 5 of Wands reversed is deception. So the advice from this card is try and let go of it because there's very little you can do about it. She's confiding in him as her dad and she's trusting him with information, even though she knows what he's like and she knows that he can't really be trusted, and that will be the end of their relationship, to be honest. And I feel like Solange is fully aware with that as well, because I feel like Solange is quite done with her dad. And I feel like she's in Beyonce's ear on that as well. If you had to compare the two, they're complete contrast, Beyonce and Solange. Like, Solange is quite hard and knows what she wants and quite focused and stubborn and this is what I want, and it's very black and white, whereas Beyonce's energy is a lot softer. It's a lot more forgiving. It's a lot more colourful, rainbow-esque. So that's the contrast of the two. But he's really gonna. Matthew, don't do this to your daughter, please. It's not acceptable. I say that as if he's watching. I know he's not. But if you are by any chance, Matthew, it's not acceptable. Don't do it. It's going to break her heart. It's going to break her heart all over again. There's part of her that is extremely spiritual. And I feel like she's going to try and revert back to that. And it's not going to be easy because there are people around her that don't want that. But she is going to revert back to that. So that's what I'm getting for her at the moment. I hate to say that I think there will be more cheating scandals with Jay-Z. I hate to say that I don't think he's treating her right and I don't think she's happy in the relationship. She's very delighted in being a mum and she gets a lot of fulfillment out of that. But there is a sadness around her at the moment that is really not nice. But she will take it and she will put it into something and make something really beautiful from it. That I feel like the whole world will kind of connect with, because I feel like she has got one more album and one more tour left, and I feel like she will go out with a bang. She's done very poppy and I call them sellout tracks because she hasn't stuck to her roots. She's done very poppy things that aren't really true to the roots of who she is, and so the next album I see, I do feel like it will go back to her roots. I feel like it will be jazzy, I feel like it will be mellow, it will be calm, a lot of guitar riffs, very very calm, very mellow, very like 1+1-esque and EXO, very like chill. And there's a movie there for her. There is definitely a movie there for her that is going to be big. So let's just send some love and light to Beyonce and help her with her healing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments. It's my favourite part to go through them and hear what you thought, and see if we can get any more kind of info as well, if there's anything left that you don't feel was answered. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to go and watch my Rihanna video because it is a double upload this Sunday, and I will see you soon for another video. Bye, lovelies.